for the beach. Stay freaky and keep all feathers retarded. It's Gethin Christian, back again after a short hiatus. It's been pushed back in by the surgeons, and tonight we're here with the Orient Kamasu. Nomenclature and taxonomy are specific to this particular piece, so I will call it by its proper name, which is the RA-AA0004E19B. The Kamasu, fashioned after the fantastic Japanese barracuda, with its exquisite indices and hands that are supposed to resemble the teeth of this predatory fish. I'm not so sure, but I think all in all the watch is quite complete and satisfying at the price point of £180 to £190 sterling. You won't find a much better watch at this price offering what this little warrior does. So let's get into the review with the specifics. The specs. I know you love specs, and I've taken her off the cushion for a closer look. We'll start with the 41.8mm case. 46.8mm lug to lug, quite acceptable, will fit any wrist. 12.8 13mm thickness is featured here, and a 22mm lug width, so quite standard dimensions. And this watch is comparable to a Seiko SKX, now discontinued. The new Seiko 5 version, which is not saluted by me, is also comparable. Moving on, we have an aluminium bezel insert, which is very nice, and this particular model is the green emerald, sort of deep emerald dial. And what a wonderful dial it is. The piece features Orient's recently upgraded F6922 movement, offering a retarded plus 25 to minus 15 seconds per day accuracy rating. But this watch is running at plus 5 to plus 6, and I think most of yours will follow suit, so don't worry too much about this. What a great little wizard she is. A little show-off with a shimmering dial and a 3 o'clock crown. The crown features etching the Orient crest. The two lions hugging the crest are featured, and you won't find that on similar models in the price range. I suppose you could say it would be the Seiko SKX or the Citizen Pro Master. Not a favorite of mine. We have 22 joules, a 21,600 vibration per hour movement, a 3 Hertz movement, and Orient have taken the wise decision and upgraded from mineral glass to sapphire crystal. You are getting a sapphire crystal for less than £200. Absolutely saluted by me and absolutely proper. What the fuck do you think about it? All Orient fans will be extremely pleased by this. I think it's a great move. Absolutely splendid. The Orient Kano, which I absolutely prefer, features mineral glass, but I think they did that to keep the cost down of the larger case. I'm not sure, but we don't know. Who knows? Classic dive watch styling is featured here, harking back to, older watches. I think you can reminisce and see that it is not a new design, but what a watch it is. I think there are several things I like about it. I mean, look at the way the seconds hand extends with its red arrow tip pointer, extends right into the minute track, right up to the rehaw, and so does the minute hand. Wonderful and lovely, generously applied lume is featured here on all the hands and indices, which are applied also. The date window, lovely, framed, just spinning over now as we approach 11:05. And on the dial you'll see several lines of text, the Orient logo there emblazoned with the red shield, and underneath automatic water resist 20 bar. It's a 200-meter diver, not an ISO certified diver, but certainly suitable for splashing the testes in the sink and washing the scrotus. You won't suffer ingress into the case this kind of natured business. So don't worry. What else can we say about this little wizard? I mean, the bracelet, well, that's where it's let down. It's a pin features pins. There's no collars, it's pin bracelet. It's shit, and it has hollow end links, which is extremely bad and not saluted in any way by me. But it's okay. It's not folded. It's not folded, but you have a fold-over double deployant with the Orient logo there stamped onto it. Stamped piece of shit metal is featured. Get rid of it immediately. There is no diver's extension here. You get 4 micro adjustments. No diver's extension. But diver's extensions of the type you get with Seiko watches are completely pointless. If they don't ratchet, then why do you need it at all? You don't need it. So don't worry about that. But, this bracelet will be the first thing you will change. I would definitely recommend upgrading your bracelet. Unfortunately, at the moment, Strapco don't have anything for this watch, but I'm sure they will do soon. But they do have, and this watch I've seen on their website looks insane on their Zulus. They have some Kevlar style Zulus which look absolutely wonderful on this watch. Moving on to the case, we have high polished flanks. There is a little bit of brushwork going on, but it's only going to be found on the lug tips. It's circular, concentric, and looks absolutely great. They've done a great job. The only thing I would be concerned with here, and it's nitpicking, but the differentiation between the lugs and the flanks, there should be a nice little chamfer there to set them off, but there isn't. It's a bit blurred, and it's a cheap piece, but would have been nice. I mean, even the humble SKX has some chamfering there, you see. It looks rather lovely. So you see the difference. That would have been nice, but it's not there, so never mind. You have the little loom pip protected and illuminated there, and these strange little indentations featured at 10-second intervals around the dial, from 5 to 15 to 25, etc. Very nice. It gives it a little character, and the bezel is excellent. The bezel on this watch turns very nicely and feels a far higher quality than the watch's price would suggest. So that is a salute. Absolutely. I mean, look, comparable watch. The bezels on the SKX is nowhere even close in terms of quality and feel. So that is another thing which is great about this little bastard. Well, I mean, I doff my cap to the Kamasu. It's a very good watch and belongs to my friend Chrissy, who's lent it in for review, and I will be sending it back to him. Let's have a look at the case back. What have we got? For some reason, the Seiko Orient Epsom Company have decided to put dolphins on the case back of this Kamasu, which is supposed to be representing the Barracuda. I don't know why, but they look very nice nonetheless. We have a screw-down case back here, and here you can see the hollow end links, but they're easy to remove. for all you Springbar freaks. Any strap upgrades will not be difficult with this easy access. No drilled locks are featured, but no problem getting in there with your tool. Okay. So, let's have the wrist shot. So here we are, guys, with this lovely little piece, and it's a small piece, much slimmer than the SKX. Let's bring her out as well. Here she is, and look, aren't they both great? But the Kamasu is considerably thinner than our Seiko friend. I mean, it's a very slim profile, which is really nice. It'll slide under your cuffs with absolutely no problem. I mean, it's a matter of taste. But here's another great piece. Unfortunately, these now have been discontinued, and if you want to pick one up, you'll be looking at £250 minimum sort of price. I would recommend buying one of these before they become very difficult to get. But the Kamasu is superb, and she is he is I like to think of him as a masculine watch. He's quite masculine. Look at them together, almost identical in size. So there you go. It's the thickness that you'll see the difference here with these two pieces. This SKX is much bigger, but they're both great. Other than that, I can only say that the Kamasu will strike fear in the hearts of your enemies. If you spot this watch, anyone featuring solar kinetic Apple Watch quartz faggot shit will immediately commit harikiri. That's a given. Let's move on to the loom shot, and that's where the I think you're going to find now, and this watch is quite old, you're going to find that the loom of the Kamasu is not quite up to Seiko loom standards, but let's have a look at it. Let's have a look. There we are. So the Kamasu, the loom is not bad, it's quite nice. But look at the fucking state of the SKX. She has loom all day long. Kamasu, quite bright, but the Seiko, which is probably 5 years old now, is far more impressive. So that is one point with the Orients, these cheaper Orients. Their loom is a bit lackluster, but it's not bad, and it is quite long lasting. But anyone who owns a Seiko will know. Luma Bright lasts all night. Anyway. We've done wrist shots, we've done everything. Geffin's a bit tired and slightly bedraggled at this stage. So I'll leave you with my thoughts for the night. Stay freaky. Make sure your Christmas feathers are retarded and your Christmas trees on your lower back are striated. We are for the beach. Thank you for watching. Please stay with me. We'll be back with another one very soon. God bless you all.